believe is going to help position you well in your ministry, in your enterprise. I'm so amazed, as I get through the month and have these kingdom conversations with many of you, seeing what God is doing. Many of you are in different seasons. Some of you are in seasons of breakthrough. Some of you are in seasons of preparation. Some of you are in seasons of expansion. Some of you are in seasons of consolidation. But nevertheless, there are these eternal truths that remain the same, irrespective of the season and the moment that we find ourselves in. I want to give you a scripture, just a couple of scriptures out of Colossians chapter 3. I want to just read 1 and 2. I'm going to read it out of the Passion Translation because it picks up something that I just want to focus on just for a minute. This isn't going to be a long video. It says this, it says, Christ's resurrection is your resurrection too. This is why we're to yearn for all that is above, for that is where Christ sits enthroned at the place of all power, honor, and authority. Verse 2, he says, yes, feast on all the treasures of the heavenly realm and fill your thoughts with heavenly realities and not with the distractions of the natural realm. I love this thought. I love that Paul is saying, hey, the resurrection and the ascension of Christ, and he's now Christ's position on the throne. He talks about he sits enthroned in a place of power, honor, and authority. He says that is your and my resurrection also in the new creation reality. We don't have to wait, of course, until we die to be resurrected. We know that that's a physical resurrection, but when we become born again, we actually come into a spiritual resurrection, which is a true resurrection, and that positions us today. That's what I want you to hear. You as the business owner, you as the entrepreneur, you as the CEO, you as the leader of this marketplace ministry, you are today, irrespective of what your emotions tell you or what the current circumstances or the momentary, trials or challenges present to you, you are today in a position of power, a position of honor, and a position of great authority. Now it's interesting because he says here, feast, listen to this, feast on all of these treasures. These are the treasures that should undergird, this reality should undergird our decision making. It should undergird when you're writing your strategic plans. It should undergird when you're, looking for more staff, or you're, pitching towards new clients, or expanding the enterprise, or whatever it is that you're to feast on the treasures of an eternal realm, or what he says here, a heavenly realm. And he encourages, listen, he says, fill your thoughts with heavenly realities. I love that. Rather than just staring at the natural facts and figures, rather than just kind of becoming overwhelmed by the challenges or the pushbacks or whatever it is of the day-to-day, Paul exhorts us. He goes, feast on, fill our thoughts, with these heavenly realities. I'm a son, I'm a daughter of God. I have authority. The kingdom is voice activated. My voice makes a difference. I declare over my staff. I declare over my business. I declare over the cash flow of the business. I declare over the contracts. I declare over new opportunities. I declare over the payments. What are you declaring? What are you filling your mind with? Because if you're filling your mind with just the stress or the challenge of the day, or the challenge of the week, or the challenge of the moment, you're going to begin to regurgitate those things. And there's a problem. And the problem is that you have great authority. And so if you regurgitate the natural limitations, the natural constrictions, the natural, tiredness, the natural, I'm just busy, I'm just confused. If you declare that, because you have authority from a heavenly realm, you're actually prophesying, or you're undergirding that chaos in your company, in your ministry, and in your workplace. I want to exhort you today to fill your mind Fill your thoughts with heavenly realities. And listen to what he says, and not the distractions of the natural realm. Don't bring your business down to just natural realm stuff, wrestling with the Babylonians. Don't do that. Why? Because Christ's resurrection is your current reality of resurrection. What does he say here? Resurrection power, resurrection honor, and resurrection authority. I just encourage you in this month of June, watch what you say, watch how you say it, prophesy from the eternal realm, speak over each of these situations, speak life, don't prophesy death. You have authority. It says life and death are in the power of the tongue. Make sure your confessions, make sure when you're speaking over yourself, my goodness, when you're speaking over yourself, you're not worn out. You're full of faith. You're full of vigor. You're full of the life of Christ. You're full of the rejuvenation, supernatural power of God. You hear where I'm going here. I hope and trust and believe this exhortation is going to stimulate you to good works and great marketplace advantage for the glory of God. Bless you. Talk to you soon. Bye.